What's up, everyone? Welcome to Silence Your Cell Phones. I'm Jarrett, here with my cohort, Kevin.
Hola.
You see, I did hola yesterday.
I know, man.
Today. Look,
I wasn't prepared.
On us.
Yeah.
Rubbing off. And we are back with another episode, another week, another banger. Kevin.
What's good?
What have you been watching?
All right. So you know how I get when I start binging TV shows. It's kind of my thing. I watched a lot of TV shows.
Okay.
A lot of Black Clover.
Okay.
We watched Lock and Key. I watched a couple movies, not many. I went to the theater. I watched the Sword Art progressive movie yesterday.
Yeah, that's the one just about, it's Asana's perspective, right?
It's Asana's perspective of level 1 from the show Sword Art.
OG online. Sword Art.
Yeah. So before it got weird. And then I watched The Office Christmas Party. And then I don't know if you know this, they put Life on Netflix and I watched it.
That is, Katie and I have deemed that a Thanksgiving movie.
That is a absolute instant classic. Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. It doesn't get much better than those two in the movie together.
It honestly doesn't. And Bernie Mac, the late degree.
Oh, dude, the cast is pretty tremendous.
It's hysterical.
But if you want a good laugh, watch Life, and it'll brighten your day. And they've only got it for like a month.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I was kind of mad about that. But I knew I had to watch it. So, and then I don't think we discussed it, but we both watched the South Park movie.
Yeah, the made for TV movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, we're supposed to be getting one every month for like the next year.
That makes me very happy.
I think they signed a 13 special clause. So I think we get one in December and then one every month for 2022.
Big shout out to Trey Parker and Matt Stone. We salute you.
Heroes that we never
actual
deserved.
American heroes.
That's true.
So, but yeah, that's what I got into this week. And I'm still going to be watching Yellowstone. I'm still going to be watching Black Clover. I'm still going to be watching Lock and Key. So all of that stuff. And then we've got a couple movies we'll talk about later for this week too. So that being said, though, what'd you get into, buddy?
A little bit of the same as you. A lot of Lock and Key, some Yellowstone. The new season of Demon Slayer came out, so they had an hour-long first episode.
Yeah, how was it?
It's fantastic. It's picks up right where the movie left off, or the Mugen Train arc. If you watch the series, I have started the countdown to the new Spider-Man movie. We are T-minus 1 week away. And so I am going back and rewatching all of the live action Spider-Man movies.
Wait, all of them, or are you talking just the...
No, I started with
Tom Holland,
the OG Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Yeah, I watched that one before Pickleball today.
Nice.
When we get off, I'll probably watch the second one of that. So I'm going to try to get all those in before the new one, especially if they show up in No Way Home. I'd like to at least, I haven't seen those movies in forever, so I'd like to remember them.
Sure.
And then other than that, it's pretty much, I watched Four Christmases, which we'll talk about a little later. Yep. But I'm off this week, so I'm going to be watching a lot of stuff.
Must be nice.
It does feel pretty good. I kind of hit the Halo grind the past couple nights.
See, I was going to say that, but it's kind of taken away a little bit from watching some stuff. And so I've been getting what I can at like work and on my lunch break. So yeah,
my thing was I just wanted to hit Diamond. I know you want to hit Onyx, and I hit Diamond last night. So probably the next couple of days will be more TV and movie focused.
There you go.
So
word. Well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
And that's a big deal for people that don't know. Diamond is the second highest ranking you can have in the game. So big kudos there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that being said, we told our audience last week, if you remember, that we were going to be watching a movie this week that didn't actually release.
And I know what you guys are thinking, like, oh, Jarrett, do you not know how to read a calendar, Jarrett? But no, I Honestly, I get my weeks mixed up because I really
happens.
want it to be Spider-Man week, and it's not.
We're actually children.
So there was no movie to go to last week, unfortunately. So, but we do have West Side Story this week, which is the 10th guaranteed. There's also, I'll probably pull a double feature Friday because there's a new J.K. Simmons movie that I just found out that's dropping called National Champion.
Okay.
It's a football movie.
Yeah.
About them wanting to get paid. So they're like boycotting playing the national championship. And it's like the behind the scenes people that are, the bowl game people who stand to lose a lot of money. And J.K. Simmons is the coach. I don't know how good it'll be, but I'll see anything with J.K. Simmons in it. So,
well, then we're gonna have to pull I almost fell off my chair there. We're gonna have to pull a triple feature on Friday then, because on the 10th, Don't Look Up, the Netflix movie is coming out, and that cast is banging.
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Yeah, that's your boy Cap.
That's true.
Actually, while I'm talking about it, I'm gonna look up the cast real quick.
The cast, it's too long.
I literally, the big names, but not all the big names. Let's see, IMDb. All right, so I did read some of the ratings that came out. The critics some of them have done it, but
yeah.
So we've got Timothy Chalamet, Leo, obviously. Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Blanchett, Melanie Linsky, Meryl Streep, Ron Perlman, Jonah Hill, Ariana Grande. Tyler Perry. This thing is crazy.
Yeah, it's like if you didn't make the list for this movie, you should feel pretty insulted. Yeah,
so it's nuts. And for all you CSI fans, I believe it's CSI, Paul Guilfoyle. Is it CSI he's in?
I don't know who that is.
You would know him if you saw him. I'm looking at him now. He was in Air Force One with Harrison Ford. I feel like he's in CSI, some sort of. Yeah, CSI. Yeah, he's in the OG CSI. Yeah, I was right.
What was his character in CSI?
Jim Brass.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the head guy.
Yeah.
Like the head detective guy, I think, and Grissom was the science guy.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but regardless, cast is nuts. Michael Chiklis is in this movie too, dude. I've got to stop doing this.
Yeah, this one's a deep rabbit hole.
Yeah. So I'm pumped. I know Jarrett's pumped. So we're gonna be big movie watching this week. I'm pretty excited actually. So if you get a chance, Don't Look Up is on Netflix. It's a Netflix original, so you can watch that one. What about are both of those movies you talked about coming out in theaters?
I think they're both theater movies. I don't think West Side Story is an
West Side
HBO
Story.
Max.
No,
it's definitely a theater movie. The National Champion is a theater movie. I don't know when we will, or I don't know if it's going to be like a wide release or if they're just trying to jam it down for Oscar season, because I know you have to have like X amount of weekends, X amount of theaters to be considered for a nomination. So I don't know what they're doing with that. So yeah, I don't really know. I'll take a look. It might not even come to a theater I can go see it in, but
okay. Dope. So that's what we got on tap for this week. Obviously, I wanted to make sure we explained what happened with the whole West Side Story thing.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
Jarrett, I don't think you were wrong. I genuinely think it just got pushed back.
I'll say that to make myself feel better, but I'm pretty sure I just got.
You flubbed it?
Yeah, I thought that week was the 10th, and it wasn't. Because for some reason in my head, I was like, dude, Spider-Man is the second week of December, and it's not. It's the third week.
That's fair.
So
yeah, that's what we got going on. As for today's topic, Jarrett, would you like to do the honors? Because we didn't actually tell anybody what we were going to do. We just
So on today's topic, we are going to do classic Christmas movies that we don't think are classics. Some of these are probably, we might have talked about them a little bit on the other podcast with a similar thing where Kevin said he didn't like The Godfather, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I've got some
just
hot takes today too, bud.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
piss,
yours are spicy,
I'm
dude.
gonna piss a lot of people off.
I fear for you, actual. I am. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Our demographic might help you out,
That's true.
so we'll see what happens. But
I sure
they're
hope
pretty
so.
spicy, dude.
They are definitely spicy.
Uh, okay, so essentially, and what I did was, I guess I was a little different, Jarrett. I was kind of going with holiday, like Christmas classics.
Yeah.
That I don't like, that I just don't like. But it's not. I wouldn't debate them as being like classic or not.
Oh,
classic.
that's fair. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Like I can see why these movies are considered classics, but
right.
I don't like them.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. So let me go ahead and get this started. Wait, who's got the low? Oh, you know what?
Mine are all really high.
Yeah. It's me. So. Okay. So my look. In my opinion, in the franchise that I'm about to mention, this is probably the best movie in the franchise.
Okay.
But I don't like the franchise, and I detest Chevy Chase. I can't.
Yeah.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. While I do believe it was the best movie in the franchise, I do not think it was a good Christmas movie by any stretch of the imagination. And that's just kind of where I'm at on that, man. Like I've never been, and maybe it's before my time kind of thing. Because like I was born in 91, and that was kind of his heyday. So when I started watching movies, I wasn't like, oh, let's watch the new Chevy Chase whatever film coming out. Like that wasn't me.
Well, I think like the thing about holiday movies and Christmas movies in general is I think nostalgia benefits a lot because it's like they only come out, you only watch Christmas Vacation one time a year, right? So growing up, if your parents were like fans of Chevy Chase and you watched Christmas Vacation at your house with your parents and your siblings every year, then I get liking it, right? It's nostalgic. It brings back good feelings for the surroundings. But I'm with you. Thankfully my parents were not Chevy Chase people. So.
Oh goodness gracious. It would have been an absolute disaster.
That's true. That's probably why the
funny
way I did.
Well, see, the funny thing about that is I think that my grandparents love Chevy Chase movies. I think they like all the National Lampoon movies. That brand of comedy is just not for me. Not many thinkers, so a bunch of really cringy one-liners that are just kind of meh.
Yeah.
I love a good one-liner. What's the guy's name from Caddyshack? I can never remember his name, but he's a stand-up comedian, one of the best one-liner guys to ever do it. I'm gonna have to look him up because his brand of comedy I can get behind, and it's different than Chevy Chase's. Does that make sense?
I mean, the only one-liner guy is Mitch Hedberg, but I can't remember if he was in Caddyshack.
No, not Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg was like 90s. Like this guy's
Rodney Dangerfield, isn't it?
Yes, Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
He actually does like a lot of really good stuff that I like. He's super funny, very kooky.
Chevy Chase gets carried through Caddyshack though.
Yes.
Because like out of everyone in that time, Bill Murray's probably the funniest.
Well, I would say
out of that group though, like the Dan Aykroyd, the Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say in the movie, because I personally think Rodney Dangerfield is funnier than everybody in the movie. Like not in the middle, but in general, like in real life. I think he's the funniest actor that they had on that movie. No offense to Bill Murray, because I love Bill Murray, but like I've seen a lot of Rodney Dangerfield like stand-up stuff that he's done. Yeah. And he's phenomenal and I love him. So I'm partial to him because of that. And maybe that's why I don't like Chevy Chase as much, but I mean Chevy Chase, he just never, I don't even know if I've seen all the Vacation movies, honestly. Like they never so much. It's never been like one of those like, oh, I feel like I'm obligated to see these. I think it's just one of the camps you're in. You're either a National Lampoon's family
Christmas Vacation type of person every year, or you're not. And
Yeah,
I wasn't.
and you know what? If I get flogged for that kind of response, then so be it. Like if we've got that many Chevy Chase fans out here, then you know what? That's cool and that's your thing, and I respect it. It's just not for me, man.
No, I get it.
So yeah, National Lampoon Christmas Vacation to me, one of the worst Christmas films ever made. And I stand by it. So your number 3, what'd you have?
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, I mean,
man, that's your start.
Yeah, I mean, like 1 and 2, I feel like are like the same movie. So
right. Yeah.
I don't even feel like. I mean, they could be the same segment to me, honestly. But like, I mean,
you know what? I think you just hate Tim Burton. I genuinely think that part of it is like Jarrett really just doesn't like Tim Burton, and
that's very fair. It's not really my aesthetic. I don't think
it's weird.
It might not be just like a disdain for Tim Burton, because I get his niche and I can respect him being good in that like gothic style, and I can appreciate the claymation.
Good word.
I think the thing that pisses me off about it is people have like an entire personality trait based off the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, it's like it has this cult following of like the same person.
Yeah, like all the Jack Skellington gear and like the fingerless gloves and Hot Topic stuff. Like I don't think the movie is that good. It's enjoyable. I'll give it that. There's some pretty good soundtracks to it, but it's just like I think it's overhyped as a movie.
Well, I think that those are just Tim Burton's people, right?
Yeah,
like, and same goes for HBC, Helena Bonham Carter, his wife. It's like the same person who I think absolutely just loves the Tim Burton brand, if you will.
And there's nothing wrong with the brand. I don't want, like, if you listen and you're like, dude, I'm a huge Nightmare Before Christmas guy. I got Jack Skellington on the wall. That's cool. That's for you. I just don't think people will tell me like it's one of the best movies ever made, and I don't see that.
Yeah, that's actually cringe.
Yeah, so
that's like the cringiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's not what I would consider. I mean, it's a Christmas movie, kind of, but it's a Halloween movie. It's a Halloween
movie. But is it? Yeah,
it's a Halloween movie. So
no, look, I don't disagree with you. So hopefully we don't have, all of our fans are just these huge Tim Burton.
Look, dude, I got
Nightmare Before Christmas fans, but
I mean, they might be, and like I said, you like what you like. Like, please don't take offense to my opinion. I think that's what I want to put out there for any, like, this is strictly my aesthetic, my opinion. If you love Tim Burton, I respect his craft and everything he's done for that genre. It is not a genre that I particularly want to watch in my free time, but if you're into it, you're into it. Like, I'm probably watch a lot of movies you find crappy, but
yeah. So what Jarrett's trying to say is that all you Tim Burton fans out there can suck it. No, I'm kidding. That's not what he's saying. But I'm actually interested for the rest of this, whatever. If you disagree, if you have a sub perspective that maybe we haven't considered, or a thought that might help us along, maybe appreciate it a little bit more, send us a message. You can DM us directly if you know us. If you're not, you can shoot us a message on Facebook. We are at the Silence Your Cell Phones with the subcategory of podcast. On Instagram, we are at Silence Your Cell Phones. You can send us an email, and we are at Silence Your Cell Phone, no S, @gmail.com. And we also have a very sweet YouTube channel.
We do.
And what do we call, Jarrett?
Silence Your Cell Phones.
That is correct. Yes.
So I need all you guys to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button.
You've always wanted to say that.
I did. I have. I've
Oh,
always
God,
been so
that felt
jealous.
so good. Yeah,
did.
Smash that like button.
It's free to subscribe. Doesn't hurt anybody. Helps us out a lot.
Does tremendously,
especially as a new channel.
Please, thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. If you have any thoughts or ideas, then I'd love to hear them. I know Jarrett would love to hear them as well. And speaking of YouTube, you can throw it in the comments too underneath, and we'll look, we'll read, we'll listen to what you have to say. And yeah.
Yes, sir. So Kevin.
Yes.
You're number 2.
Okay. This is the one I'm worried about. Like truly.
Yeah.
Like I don't think my first one will be that big a deal.
No.
A Christmas Story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story, Jarrett. Every year, I go to my grandparents' house. Meemaw and Poppy, if you will. That's their names. Meemaw and Poppy. They have no actual name. Just Meemaw.
It's their government name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm at Meemaw and Poppy's house every year. And every year, we always watch A Christmas Story. And I'm so tired of the quote, "You'll shoot your eye out, kid. You'll shoot your eye out, kid."
Well, like he could have.
Oh my. Like, I just want that Red Ryder BB gun, bro. Shut up. Okay. You're like 6. All right. Enjoy your toy bicycle or your Tonka trunk, whatever you're getting. Enjoy that. Like, nobody cares what you actually want. You know?
They're not from the South because like a 6-year-old would have a BB gun in the South.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
wouldn't even be a question.
I did.
Wouldn't even be a question.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's just so annoying. Like everybody quotes the movie and they're always like, "Oh, it's such a great movie." And, I got to sit through like, what is it, 3-hour-long movie where
there's no way. There's no way it's 3 hours, dog.
It's like, it's awful. They wash his mouth out with soap or something. It's just the worst, longest, however long it is of Christmas to me. There I said, I've never told anybody that, by the way. I've never said it.
Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, it's a fine movie to me. I'm not a particularly huge Christmas movie guy. So it's like I have like a rotation of 5 movies I'll probably watch during December that I watch every year. Because I mean, we were talking about earlier, like blockbuster Christmas movies just don't come out often. You get your 50 Hallmark Christmas movies that play where it's the same story about the small town girl who goes to the big city but has to come home and her flight can't leave, so she falls in love with some hick. And it's just it's the same movie told in different states.
Yeah.
So we like very rarely do we get, I see your background, like we don't get an elf every year. Klaus is probably the newest one.
I've added it to my movie list for
Love Hard on Netflix is a pretty funny Christmas rom-com, but it's the exact same formula that I just spelled out for you just on Tinder. So very our hands are tied with quality. And I remember Christmas Story being on for like 24 hours on TBS.
Oh, God.
And
it was the worst, dude.
And I was like, dude, just pick other movies. Why does it have to be on for 24 hours?
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing.
There are parts of that movie. There's parts of that movie that I laugh at, like the kid licking the pole and getting his tongue stuck is funny.
Yeah.
The fragile.
We love laughing at dumb kids, right? Am I right?
Yeah, the fragile thing is something I think I quote every time I see the word.
I think everybody does. And part of that might be what bothers me so much is that like
it's in your subconscious.
Look, it's like it's quotable, but like it doesn't have to be like all the damn time at Christmas time. Like I don't have to hear about it all the time.
That's fair.
It's just it's just annoying. That's all. So, and I have my family has no idea that I have such a disdain for that movie.
Well, now they do.
Yeah. So cool. Sorry, Mima. Love you.
Yeah. It's not a direct shot at your grandparents, I promise.
So that would be Christmas Story for me. Yeah, that's the second one I picked. So that being said, we are getting down to the nitty gritty, Jarrett, and you've got some people to make mad. So
I do have some people to piss off, especially the Christmas lovers. So this one's for you.
All right, what's your second one? Go.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yikes!
It's boring.
It is boring.
I mean, it is just a
wait. Which movie. One? The 1951 or the 1974 one or whatever?
Where they just added color or whatever they did to it?
They're both. It's like remastered. It's so bad.
Dude, it's just.
Gosh.
I mean,
I gotta find it because it's here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't actually have to look far. 1947. You're talking about a movie that's got a 96 critic score and an 87% audience score. Yeah. You've pissed somebody off today.
I'm going to hold it. And I don't want people to think that like I'm some bah humbug. He hates Christmas, because that's not it. I love Christmas. I love
Jarrett is an actual Grinch, guys.
I love spending time with my family during the holidays. It's just I don't want to spend 2.5 hours being bored. Like there's 2.5 hours of movies I would much rather watch.
All right, so this one's an hour and 36 minutes.
Okay.
So I just had it pulled up.
That's fine. That's 90 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Because I promise you, if you put it on, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's a nat movie.
Oh, Miracle on 34th Street on? Sweet. I'm going to go eat some leftover turkey or whatever we had, and I'm going to go comatose.
Absolutely.
Wake me up when something else comes on.
That's awesome. That's great.
And it's just not like, again, not my generation. I'm sure growing up, our grandparents, parents, when that was the one thing on the one channel they had, you have to like it.
Yeah, now we're just taking shots at the older generation.
Dude, it's not taking shots; it's the truth.
It's all they had, man. What do you want from them?
Taste. Play Scrabble for 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It only gets worse from there. So
yeah, I actually think you're gonna get way more flack than me. I'm starting to feel pretty good about that.
No, dude, I get it. I knew walking into it.
That's how I felt about Godfather, dude.
Yeah, that's a sin.
Oh, what a trap. Okay. All right, so that brings me to my number one most disliked movie. It's not my most disliked. I should rephrase that, because I feel like me saying that, and then I tell you the movie, and you're all like, "What? Kevin is, hates Christmas." I don't hate Christmas, guys. Right? I love Christmas, and I love Christmas movies. But you know what I love? I love good Christmas movies, and I don't think this is one of them. Okay, yeah. But according to the Rotten Tomatoes list that I have gone off of, this was the highest rated Christmas movie that I disliked.
Okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I
don't like it.
The claymation one?
The claymation one from back in the day. It's just not for me. It's like saying that Baby Shark is a 95% critic score. Like it is I don't agree that it should be anywhere near this list. It's like a TV special. It's like Charlie Brown is on this list. I disagree with that, but I like Charlie Brown better than I like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, I have just never been a huge fan of this movie.
You see, I can respect that, but this is a movie that stayed in rotation at the Hubbard house. So it was like this.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't take any offense to it, because I can see where you're coming from. But it was like this, the Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty was one too, yeah.
Yeah, like that. Any of the claymation ones with like the Yeti, that might have been Rudolph too. I can't remember totally, but those were definitely like
Jack Frost.
Yeah, those were like good childhood memories, but it was because it was like the whole family in the parents' room.
Yeah,
hot chocolate, watching Rudolph. It's more of the surrounding the
Well,
the movie than the actual movie itself.
so, and that's the thing that you've got to understand when you're looking at this kind of stuff, you have to be able to separate
Yeah.
what is purely nostalgic.
Yeah, the head and the heart.
Like what you actually love about the movies, that you get to spend time with your family. And that's the biggest part of why you love this movie. And that's perfectly okay. But just purely movie basis, like,
I mean, it's not like I still watch it now. So,
well, no, I understand. I'm just saying, like, in general, though, like you can, like, I'm looking at the poster right now and I want to strangle Rudolph. I've never thought that I'd ever want to strangle a fictional character in my life, but here we are.
Whoa, fictional. Let's calm down.
What?
We don't know the age of our listeners.
Fictional?
Yeah.
Fictional means fake.
I know, but we don't.
Not real.
We don't know who's listening, Kevin. You big Grinch. All right.
So anyway,
all right, Tommy.
So
Tommy, turn off the podcast.
It's way past your bedtime. What are you doing up? Go to bed, kid. You know? But yeah. So there you have it. Dude. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Life's rough.
I feel bad now.
I mean, maybe you won't have to, but who knows? We have one random listener in like Brazil. We don't know who that is.
It could be 8.
It could be 8. And now he's got to ask his family why. This guy's saying he wants to choke a fake reindeer.
Look, it's not the first dream that he has that's gonna be just shot dead. That's what life's full of. Just kill dreams. So get ready for that, bud.
Get jaded early.
Get ready for that.
The quicker you lose your emotions, the better your life will be.
Yeah, I'm helping you out. You're welcome. Yeah. Anyways, so TED Talk for the day. That's it.
Yeah.
Jarrett, I don't think you're done making people angry yet. So let's just hop into that.
It's a Wonderful World.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, sure. Exactly my point.
It is a wonderful world and a wonderful life. So just so everybody knows, I'm going to throw it out here. That is the number 1 ranked Rotten Tomatoes Christmas movie on the entire list. Right. And there's some bangers on here.
I mean, I picked 1, 2, and 7. So it's not.
And you really swung for the fences on this.
Yeah, it's not a list I agree with.
Yikes. So, all right. Tell me more. Why is it? Why is that?
I mean, second verse, same as the first. It's boring. I honestly can't tell you if you showed me 2 scenes from Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life, I couldn't tell you which was which.
Yeah. And look, as somebody who doesn't necessarily disagree with you, but I'm not going to outright say it.
Yes.
I know for a fact that I've seen these movies. I know for a fact, but I could not differentiate between the two ever.
I think the only thing I remember from It's a Wonderful Life is like at the end, it just starts snowing. Or was that Miracle on 34th Street?
I mean, it could be. Like,
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. And that's an issue.
Okay. So when I was younger, again, me, Mom, Poppy, this is their thing, you know. We would watch movies with them, and that's awesome, and I love it. I love the time spent. But this, to me, total nap movie. Gone.
Yeah, and
I'm out.
I don't want people to say like, oh, it's just old movies I don't like, because that's not true. Like I grew up in a household where we watched classic movies, Singing in the Rain, you know, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, a lot of old musicals, any Western movie, hell. Scott Hubbard has those on rotation.
I was just about to say, Scott Hubbard is a classic guy.
So it's not, you know, I watched a ton of Turner Classic movies. It's not that the 1940s I don't like. They're just boring.
Yeah. It was
And
a different day
we're
and age
spoiled
again.
now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's just, essentially they're a product of the times. They're a victim of circumstance. They were made in a time period where they didn't have access to the kind of technology that we have now. I mean, everything's completely different. And while I can appreciate what they did when they did it, and what they started, what they were part of going forward. But to me, it's one of those things where they walk so we could run now. So like movies like that walk so Elf could run, right?
Yeah, and I want you guys to ask yourself this, like all of you movie Christmas goers out there. Are you watching these movies every year because you enjoy them, or are you watching them every year because it's something you've done every year?
I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
I challenge you to find a new movie to add to your rotation, because I think it would be good to do that once every couple of years, just to add one that you can see yourself watching. Create new traditions. And I think that's a lot of fun. So essentially, your loved ones will start recognizing. So like this year, I'm introducing Klaus to my family as a tradition.
Yeah, because you guys have a movie. Is it The Christmas Story? Is that the one that you guys always watch, or is it something else?
We always watch Elf.
Okay.
Elf is our movie. That's our like family since it came out, and I don't know when. It's always been our movie. Before that though, it was a typical Frosty the Snowman's, Rudolph, The Christmas Story, stuff like that. Or just whatever's out, or Shrek. I think one year it was kind of weird, but it happened.
Yeah, you see, it's wild because our family tradition is we go to a movie on Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, and like if at least me and my buddy Cody, and sometimes Will, but most of the time it's the whole family, like we'll go see what's out on Christmas.
Is the movie theater packed on Christmas?
Not really, but sometimes, like depending on the movie. Like we saw Sing one year, Cody and I, and it was great. It would have been a movie I probably wouldn't have watched in theaters had it not been the only thing out on Christmas that year. But we watched it. We loved it. I mean, this year Christmas is loaded.
Taron Egerton.
Yeah.
Sorry, my favorite part of that movie.
What a phenom.
Yeah.
So I guess, like I said, we're one of the freaks that, I mean, we do all our Christmas stuff in the morning, and so in the afternoon you're just kind of bored.
So no, and that's cool. I really like that. That's neat. So the movie actually happens for us on Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do the movie thing on Christmas Eve, and then we'll wake up Christmas morning, and we will open presents.
Yeah.
And then my mom makes French toast with Texas toast and bacon.
Oh.
And we'll eat good.
Yeah.
And then we'll just like nap or play or whatever, like just have fun with the stuff that we got for a few hours in a nap, and then we'll have like a good Christmas dinner, and that's kind of like the signal of the end of Christmas. So that's kind of how we've always done it. But yeah, movie watching for us is a Christmas Eve thing for sure.
Hey, I get it.
I can't see my arm.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. It's still there, folks. Don't worry. Don't panic. So yeah, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, A Christmas Story, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You should watch it once, right? And I'm sure Jarrett would tell you the same thing about.
Yeah, I think all of these should be watched once.
Yeah, give them a watch.
They are classics, and I'm not trying to take away that status from them.
Yeah,
but
just not for us, man.
It's not a Jarrett Hubbard classic.
No, but I would actually love to know like some Scott Hubbard Christmas bangers. What he's got in rotation.
It's Die Hard.
I love that.
Yeah, that's it.
And did we go on the tangent about Die Hard being a Christmas movie or not? Because
probably at some point, but it's like that. I mean, that's literally it.
That was almost our top. By the way, just so y'all know, that was almost our topic for the day. We almost talked about movies that should be considered Christmas movies, and that obviously was number one.
Yeah, I mean it is a Christmas
I
movie.
almost didn't even consider it because I think it's widely considered a Christmas movie.
I think you're in the camp.
Doesn't even warrant conversation.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm obviously not living with him anymore, but I don't remember Christmas movies being on like a big rotation. So I mean, but if Die Hard's on, it doesn't matter if it's in the first minute or the 45th minute.
Yeah,
he's watching it.
Yeah, fair. All right, so let's go ahead and we covered that. Let's talk about our movies, Jarrett. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull mine up. And I'll go first.
Okay.
So I told you last week that I had never seen Office Christmas Party when you gave it to me, right?
Yes.
And let me tell you, bro, you know me so well.
Dude, that movie, it's low-key banger.
You get me, okay? Like on an emotional level. We've been friends for far too long because this was like one of my favorite like comedies that I've ever seen. I love it.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman, Olivia Munn, Jennifer Aniston, TJ Miller, Jillian Bell, Rob Corddry. Like the cast was phenomenal. And to me personally, I've always loved TJ Miller. I think we had the conversation last week.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's fantastic. He's the bartender guy in Deadpool. He's in Ready Player One. He's a voice actor in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But he's phenomenal. But this cast was great, and it was. I think this is one of those Jason Bateman movies where, you know how Ryan Reynolds' character is kind of like roles that he brings himself into the character. Yeah. Jason Bateman for me was like that in this movie. Like, dude, that's a very him thing.
Jason Bateman's funny.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think he gets the respect he deserves as a comedic actor because he's a funny dude.
Well, he just plays like the cynic, right? Yeah. Like the pessimist, the smart ass. Like he plays those roles to perfection. That is what he does. So like in this movie, Jason Bateman was absolutely phenomenal. Jennifer Aniston, she's always great. I can't, whatever. But yeah,
she's also really good in comedies.
Yeah, she was in that movie with what's the one movie I always think of? The No Regrets.
Meet the Millers.
Meet the Millers. Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Well, she was also in, what was it? When they killed their horrible bosses. With Jason Bateman as well.
She was the orthodontist, the dentist, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, personally, I think Kevin Spacey was the best horrible
Kevin
boss.
Spacey's,
that's just me.
It's taboo to talk about Kevin Spacey, but he was a good actor.
Yeah. This instantly became like a classic to me. And I'm not gonna lie. So I started watching this at lunch, and then I watched it a little bit when I wasn't at lunch. I'm not gonna say, yeah. And I was trying really, and I'm in guys, you gotta understand, like my office is I'm a sales guy, so we're in like a bullpen type setting. Everybody can hear you. And I've got my AirPods in, and I'm trying so hard not to laugh. And it's next to impossible when those guys are on screen. TJ Miller is absolutely hysterical. Probably one of my, like, this movie put him at in the upper echelon for me as like some of my favorite comedic actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at on. If you haven't seen Office Christmas Party, please give it a watch.
It's slept on so hard. But
I can't believe I've never seen it, bro.
Well, like you said, it's like a Christmas hangover. Like that's the same. Yeah. That's the kind of vibe you get from the movie.
Yeah, no, that nail on the head. That was exactly what it was. It was great. Obviously, it's not one of those movies that's going to win you like an Academy Award, right? No. But it'll make you laugh, and I think that's what it's supposed to do.
That's the only thing they wanted you to do was laugh.
Yeah. So I had a really, really good time watching that movie, and I greatly appreciate it.
No problem.
So I gave you a movie as well, and it was also a comedy.
Yeah, you gave me Four Christmases.
Yep.
Another great cast. You got Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon, Robert Duvall, John Favreau, Tim McGraw, John Voight. And John Favreau can do no wrong in my eyes. He's a big man crush, John Favreau, especially everything he's done. You know, he did Elf. He's basically running Star Wars right now and Spider-Man. He's happy. So, but that's a tangent. I feel like I had seen the movie before because there was definitely scenes that were like in the back of my head. Like I've seen this, but it was a great watch. It's funny. I think Vince Vaughn's humor it's so unique, and like the way he does these like really long tangent jokes that I can appreciate, where he's like drawing comparisons to things that are really weird and shouldn't be compared, and it's like 45 seconds of him talking all about this one little subject, and I always find those super funny. Robert Duvall, hysterical.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when I think about this movie, I always think about the scene with his childhood best friend and his mom. Yes, yeah. Dude. Oh my God, that's probably one of the funniest like interactions in that any comedy. Like
when that guy's like, "I'm not trying to be your dad. I'm just trying to be your friend." And he's like, "We were friends. We were best friends. We used to ride bikes together."
Oh my gosh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's just, it's got a good story. It's a good rom-com, and I love a good rom-com. They're always some of my guilty pleasures. I think Tim McGraw is a fantastic actor.
He's slept on, man. He really is. He's in a lot of stuff too.
The Blind Side, Friday Night Lights. Yeah. Like, I think he's always enjoyable.
Yeah, he's going to be in the Yellowstone.
Yeah, 1888. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Them just beating the shit out of Vince Vaughn because they're like UFC fighters, but not professionally. They just fight in backyards and stuff, and they're like just doing wrestling moves, and no one like even thinks it's weird.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. I love that movie, and hopefully you enjoyed it.
Oh, loved it. It was. I laughed out loud multiple times, and that's all I could really want.
Wow, that's what we love to hear. So, with that being said, we have Christmas movies.
We do
to give, and so mine isn't really necessarily a Christmas movie.
Okay.
It is a Hanukkah movie.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm giving you 8 Crazy Nights because we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
And it's one of my all-time favorite holiday movies. Definitely raunchy, but Adam Sandler is absolutely phenomenal as a voice actor, in my opinion, in this movie. So yeah, they'll give you a fun little. It's quick watch. Should be fun.
Yeah, no, I do enjoy that movie.
So,
but it deserves to be seen again.
It does.
I am also giving you another Christmas classic.
Love it. Starring
the Terminator himself.
Oh, Arnold. Wait, is this the this isn't not twins. Dang, what is it?
It's Jingle All the Way.
I knew that. Dang it. Okay, sweet. Got it. Jingle. I haven't seen that movie in years.
Yeah, me neither.
Actual years.
I think it popped up on my Disney Plus. Like, I think you can find it there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I was like, dude, I'm going to watch that movie because I just watched Kindergarten Cop the other day. So I'm kind of on this like super young Arnold Schwarzenegger kick.
Well, they used to have 8 Crazy Nights on Netflix at some point.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. So. Why are you such a freak?
I thought it did the. Don't worry about it. I'm weird. Yeah. I thought it did the background.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. You are weird.
Those of you listening to the podcast, I was playing with my camera. I apologize. like a child. We are children. See, we're the worst.
That's true. 30's the new 20.
Hey, that's all I got for that.
Yeah.
Because I'd
tell myself that to feel young.
Whatever you gotta say, to make you feel better. But we both know we're old. Like we both know that.
I can feel it in my hips.
All my joints.
When it's raining, my knees pop.
I'm gonna sit in my comfy chair and watch my programs now.
100%.
Is MASH on, dearie?
Dude, don't make fun of MASH because Scott Hubbard will actually kill you.
I truly believe that.
I think he's seen every episode of MASH like twice.
Hey, I watched the MASH movie this year.
The show's funny.
I should be protected.
I don't think that counts.
Yeah, you're probably right. Especially since the TV show is better than the movie.
The TV show is better than the movie.
Yeah.
Got better characters.
Absolutely.
But that's for a different day.
All right. Let's go ahead and wrap it up with, I guess we technically kind of already touched on what we're watching.
Yeah, we had the what to look forward to. We talked about this earlier today. So just letting you guys know, we are going to do kind of a program change. We've still been struggling hitting numbers on our Monday episodes, like our binge-worthy episodes. So they're not going away, but instead of doing 2 podcasts a week, we're just going to condense down to 1 because finding time to watch the 6 episodes of Lock and Key, plus all these movies we're trying to get to and all these other TV shows we're watching right now. I know that seems like a super lame excuse, but there's just not enough time in the day when you're trying to record twice. So like Monday's basically out of the picture because you're working all day, then you got to record that night. And then Tuesday's basically out of the picture because you're working all day. Friday, you got a new movie, plus whatever else life has thrown at you. So we're going to try to pick up Monday as an extra day. And we'll just move Binge-Worthy to its own segment on the Wednesday shows. So we're still doing TV and movies, just not 2 separate podcasts.
Yeah, I think this is actually probably a really good thing. And this is another one of those things where Jarrett and I, we're going to continue to learn and hopefully grow. I think you guys benefit from us having 1 show a week. You don't have to worry about trying to tune in for 2 separate shows on 2 different days of the week. You'll always have that one. Most current one. I think it's going to be a lot simpler, and it'll have everything that we normally do anyways. It's just going to be 1 episode.
Yeah, we're not lessening the content, we're just merging the 2.
Yeah.
So same amount of content you're getting, just 1 podcast.
Yeah, and we're going to start that next week. So Wednesday of next week will be, so just so you know, there's not going to be a Monday episode this week.
Yeah,
we're going to do the Lock and Key 6 episodes. The binge-worthy segment we're gonna do on the Wednesday episode.
Yeah, on top of our
what we're doing like now.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think there's gonna be tons of content for you guys. Our podcasts are probably gonna run a little bit longer. I think Jarrett and I have both made peace with that. It's just kind of one of those things where we will continue to do what we're doing now. I don't know. I can't speak for Jarrett. I love it. I really enjoy doing it, and it's an absolute blast.
Yeah, cutting a podcast doesn't mean we're not having fun. It's just now Mondays we can probably get to more stuff to watch, honestly, so we can get back to you with more content of like, oh, I only watched like 2 movies and a couple episodes of Lock and Key because I had to watch Lock and Key. Right now it's like we have a whole day or night, once you work, get off and do everything you got to do. We have a whole day of just catching up or getting to more stuff that we can talk about.
Right. And obviously me and Jarrett, we're like, we have full-time jobs. There's a lot of other activities that we do. I have some church stuff going on too that I need to be a part of. So that's part of the reason for this transition. So there's just a lot going on. But at the end of the day, I really do think this will be helpful for everybody.
Yeah,
so,
I think it'll be great. So,
with that being said, though, so is that all you got? Because I think I'm good here.
Yeah, and if you guys think of any segments you guys want us to run through, please do. I mean, we pitch ideas to each other all the time. It's not like we just say, hey, this is how the podcast is going to be. We're done. We're constantly trying to find ways to improve it for y'all. So if you guys have any segments you want us to talk about, please do. I think we've been talking about, doing like a movie news segment, or it's not just like a random topic. We're doing more current event type stuff as well. So,
so we don't really have a schedule for Christmas, Jarrett, but I'm assuming the 22nd. Will we be good to record that for the?
I'm
22nd?
Not going home. I work Christmas Eve, so
okay.
I'm not going home until Christmas Eve night, and then coming back that Monday.
Okay, that's perfect.
So I'll still be in that Tuesday for that week. So we should still have the Wednesday before Christmas Eve.
Perfect. So let's go ahead and plan on Trevor being on the 22nd.
Okay.
And that way, so our guest will be my little brother, and we'll just do that for the 22nd, and that'll give him time to prepare. And sure. I'll
tell
also give him.
Tell him he's got to pick the topic though. So
I can do that. Sure. But I'll also, that'll give him time to watch the binge-worthy show as well, because he'll want to do that too.
Yeah, we're finishing up Lock and Key next week, right?
Right.
And so the week after would be when we're starting a new show.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of like the perfect time. I didn't want him to catch the middle of Lock and Key. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, that's all I got.
Yeah, well, I did the intro. So
well, I know what that means. All right, guys. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, thanks for watching. We love it. Absolutely love you guys. Please like, subscribe, share with your fellow movie TV buffs out there. And I'm gonna wrap it up there and sing.